What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to my channel. Today's gamer talk is actually going to be really special because it's going to be another Q&A, and I need to figure out what snazzy name can I do for the Q&As. Q and game? Q and aim? Oh, Q and aim! Yes, Q and aim! Okay, we're gonna call it the Q and aim. Yeah, hopefully people get that for gaming. Hopefully people get the association that it has to do with gaming. The Q and aim. So in today's Q and aim, I don't think I can even do that on YouTube anymore. Sorry, analytics. I have a lot of questions that came in from a new subscriber and from Peter and from Andrew, some of our OGs. So thank you all for posting your questions and sending them in to me. I really, as always, appreciate it. I actually want to give a big shout out to Sans Overdrive 12 is his username. Be sure you check out his channel. Be sure you subscribe and be sure you give him some love. He is not only a new subscriber, he is also a new Patreon and a new part of the Panda fam. So please give him a huge Panda fam hug. So Sans, I hope you're doing awesome and I hope your day is going well. So let's get into the questions. First one is from Sans Overdrive 12 and he asks, if you had to only use one topic on your YouTube channel, what would it be and why? Such as gaming, reviews, etc. I think I would probably stick to reviews because I don't see a lot of gaming channels or a lot of channels in general that deal with a gaming title or any of that kind of thing. They don't really go into the review aspect of the game. They don't really delve into what makes the game good. They don't really delve into like the nitty-gritty details of what makes the game what it is and why it is the way it is. They don't delve into the story, the background, the mechanics, the dev work, the writer's work. They don't really delve into all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that really sets my channel apart from a lot of gaming channels, is that I do gaming reviews, and that's why I talk about why games are structured the way they are. That's why I take it from not only a writer's point of view but a developer's point of view, because keep in mind, you guys, I did work at a gaming company and I am a published author. Not to toot my own horn, but I have some credibility in this field, and while I don't have years of credibility, I have some to show that I'm not completely, you know, stupido when it comes to this topic. So yeah, if it comes to that where I would only devote one topic to my YouTube channel, it would be the reviews on gaming. The next question also comes from Sans Overdrive 12 and he asks, what would you do if you became a huge YouTuber and why? Oh boy. I can't even fathom becoming a huge YouTuber. Like, even we're almost at 1,500 again. Like, I can't fathom being a YouTuber with like 1 million subscribers. I can't imagine it, because for me it's like I watch those channels and they say the exact same thing. So for me, I don't know. If that were to happen and I would end up getting like 1 million subscribers, or, you know, 500,000, or even like 10,000 subscribers, I would throw a big panda and wear, I would throw a big panda. What the hell's wrong with my brain? I would throw a big panda. I meant party. God, what's wrong with me? I would not throw a big panda, okay? I would throw a big party. I would throw a big party with, like, you know those big masks that they sell at Walmart that you can put over your head? I would get like, I don't know, however many people are gonna come to the party, and get like a lot of panda masks and just make everybody wear them, and we would party around like pandas all day and eat cake and have, you know, preferably cheesecake because I love cheesecake. And we would, you know, just listen to BTS and dance and just be free with ourselves. I don't know, like, it's such an unfathomable thing to me that if it were to happen, I would probably be staring at the number thinking that somebody, like, I would probably be thinking, where's Ashton Kutcher, because I would feel punked. Like, not being real right now. Yeah, I mean, like, if we ever got to that number, I would be super proud of you guys. I would be super proud of myself for, you know, continuously pushing and motivating myself. I would want to go shake Markiplier's hand because he was literally the one who, through the screen, like, metaphorically kicked me in the butt to do this. And, you know, he inspired me to start a gaming channel. So everybody who watches my channel who likes what I do, say thank you to Markiplier, because he's the one who gave me the metaphorical kick in the butt to do it. So I would want to give him a big thank you, because he really, like, through his content has pushed me in believing in myself and showing people that, hey, you know, you can do this. Anybody can do this. Yeah, I mean, I just want to be able to show people that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish and not feel like you have to be put into like this little box that dictates what you do with your life. Like, you're not meant to just be born, pay your bills, get married, and die. Like, that's not what you're meant to do with your life. You're meant for so much more. And I feel like if I were to have a big enough platform, I would just try to motivate people and do that through gaming, do that through reviews, do that through whichever means I can help people, you know, as much as possible. Do charity live streams. Oh my God, I cannot wait to do a charity live stream. And I want to be able, whenever my channel gets big enough, I want to be able to do a charity live stream for Able Gamers. Able Gamers is one of the best charities out there for people who have disabilities and they want to play games, so be sure to check them out. Not sponsored, hashtag not spawns, but yeah, be sure to check them out. They're a really great cause, and that would be the first charity that I would donate money to. So the next question comes from our lovely panda Andrew. Hey Andrew, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And he asks, if you could give your past self a bit of advice and remind your future self of something, what would that be? Oh, I love that question. That is a good question, and I almost burped. That's never a ladylike thing. I should never burp on camera. Only drink coffee, hashtag. Let's see, if I could give my past self one bit of advice, it would probably be to enjoy things in the moment, because I was too focused on everyone else's opinions of me, like especially in high school. Because if I were like, let's see, at 13 years old, I was very like, I was just so self-conscious of who I was back then. So if I were to give myself any advice from like 7 to 13 years old, I would be like, don't worry about the eczema, don't worry about the scars that you have, just be in the moment with the people who you care about, which are your family, which are, you know, the one friend that you had upon graduating from high school. But at the time I didn't know that. At the time I didn't know how to separate myself from, you know, the eczema and enjoy life. I did not enjoy life whatsoever when I was a kid. So I would just tell myself back then, you know, enjoy life, be in the moment, you know, take time to embrace things around you. And one thing to remind my future self of is don't get caught up in doing things for other people that won't make you happy. I have to remind myself that at the end of the day, I have to keep myself as one of my main priorities. Like, keep my friends and my family as one of my main priorities, but keep myself, remind myself, show myself, you know, self-worth and self-love and self-happiness. You know, just do what BTS tells you to do. Love yourself. Yeah, I would just remind myself, just keep myself as one of my priorities of care, of self-worth, of self-love. Oh no, you're learning Korean. 후련한 누리다. Oh, I think you meant to say you're doing a great job. 후련. That's the Hangul from 누리란 후련이다. Thank you so much, Andrew. But what other language would you like to learn, and why? I've always wanted to learn French. But I actually, funny story, I did take French whenever I was in college, and I think it was my senior year that I took it, and I loved learning it, but it went from being really easy and understandable from that to going to, oh my God, I can't understand anything of what they're saying. So like, I was in class one day and I was understanding the word bonjour, merci beaucoup, like learning how to, you know, put things in different nouns and verbs and context. And it went from that to like hell on wheels because I didn't understand the translations for anything. Like, it was by far, Korean is like the easiest language I've ever learned so far because it puts it in such a simplistic context. Like, if you want to say coffee, kyopi. If you want to say tree, namu. If you want to say thank you, 감사합니다. If you want to say hello, my name is Ariel, it's very nice to meet you, 안녕하세요, 저는 Ariel입니다. 좀 뵙겠습니다. Like, it's for me, it's such an easier language to learn, but I think that just goes for me because I really wanted to learn it. With French, it was part of my heritage because I am part French on my dad's side. So for me, it was like, okay, let me learn it because it's part of my heritage. So why not? Because I want to learn more French, because I want to travel to France someday. I want to be able to see some of my roots and you know, some of the places that my dad went to. I think if I try to like stuff any more languages in there, it'll just become a salad, and I'll be saying, oh, 감사합니다, merci beaucoup. Like, actually no, those are 2 words for thank you. Merci beaucoup is thank you, I believe, and 감사합니다 is thank you in Korean. But yeah, if I were to learn any other language, it would probably be French, most likely. Next question is also from Andrew, and oh, this is actually a really good question. I like this. When writing a game, what are the 3 most important things to you? Okay, so during my time at the company that shall remain nameless, there were 3 things that I really kept to whenever I was writing a story for a game. Was the cohesiveness of the story. You want to have a cohesive plot line that goes along with what the developer is doing. So if he has an idea for a game but needs a writer, as usual, to come in, kind of save the day, swoop in and make the idea more cohesive, smooth like butter, and flow together with the game that he's doing, that's a major thing. You need a cohesive plot line. Next, you need a good character list. If you don't have a good character list of who is in the game, what their eye color is, what their hair color is, what their role is in the game, what are they supposed to do, if it is an NPC or a main character, if it's a character that is an NPC but it's going to be one that you interact with a lot, like there are a lot of fine details that need to be addressed. So good character list is number 2. Now, if I'm strictly talking about writing in games, because whenever you're talking about development strictly, it's a completely different ballgame, which I can get into in a separate video if you guys want me to talk about game development. I could actually make an entire video about what goes into writing for a gaming company. Like, should I do that? Should I make an entire video about that? I think I should probably make an entire video about that. So next up we have Peter Turner. Hello, Peter Turner. I hope you're having a wonderful day. He asks, what's the first thing you are going to do as a 26-year-old? I should probably get Starbucks. I'm not going to lie. Actually, no, because I'm going to be spending my birthday with my family here. Because my birthday lands on a Wednesday, which is hump day. I'm probably going to be here recording videos. That's how I'm gonna be spending. Oh, and listening to BTS, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna be spending my birthday with my family and my cats here, recording videos, talking with you guys. I wouldn't want to be spending it any other way, honestly. The next question is also from Peter Turner, and he asks, apart from Resident Evil, what game would you love to see remastered? The Matrix. The Matrix. I would love to see The Matrix remastered. That was a brilliant game that came out in 2003. It needs to be remastered. And now, honey, please, Atari, get on this, okay? They made the game absolutely brilliant. Like, it was way ahead of its time back in 2003, okay? Listen, you underestimate your power here, Atari. Please help a girl out. Help me help you, okay? Everybody, you know what? I might even sign a petition. Matrix. It needs to be a thing again. Like, I even still have the original version. I don't even have the 2nd disc anymore. I think I lost it back in a house in New Jersey, but I still keep it as kind of like a memento mori. Yes, Atari, please. You're probably not watching this at all, but please reconsider and make the Matrix born again. Let's relive the Matrix, okay? And I know they could do it with a more immersive plotline, better graphics, better reaction time for the guns, better everything. And trust me, that game, if you guys have not played The Matrix for the GameCube that came out back in 2003, so good. So good. And the last question is from Peter Turner, and he asks, as a musician, what are your top 3 game soundtracks and why? Oof. I've gotten this question from other people before, but I love answering it because oh gosh, I just love answering this question. My top 3 favorite gaming soundtracks of all time have to be Ori and the Blind Forest, Resident Evil, and which other one? I was never asked for a third one, so I have to think about this for a moment. And Blood Rain. Blood Rain, most of you might think, Ariel, you're crazy. That doesn't have a good soundtrack. Why would that have a good soundtrack? It's the kind of old school retro feel. I love the retroness of the soundtrack. I love the kind of imperfection that it has. Whenever I would play Blood Rain on the channel, and back in back in my youth. It had such like this nitty gritty grungy vibe to it. It had that rock and roll feel, and I really absolutely I love the soundtrack for Blood Rain. Even though I don't even know if they put it into a CD or if they put it on iTunes or whatever, you know, I think that's long gone to the ether. But yeah, I love the soundtrack for Blood Rain. It was killer. It was very metal. For Ori and the Blind Forest, I mean, I don't even have to justify that. Listen to the soundtrack for... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a playlist of both Ori and the Blind Forest and Resident Evil down in the description below so you guys can check them out and see what you all think. Because listen, Ori and the Blind Forest has to be some of the best musical composition I've ever heard in a video game. That's why it's number one for me. It puts me to sleep. It makes me happy. It makes me cry. It just gives me this whole range, this whole miasma of just different emotions that I love going through. Because even if you go to the title track and then you go to the end, you start feeling like this adventurous vibe, and then you get sad, and then you get adventurous, and then you're like, no, Ori, and then you get adventurous all over again. So it's really great, just a wonderful ride. And then Resident Evil, I love the creepiness of the soundtracks. The soundtrack for Resident Evil, the game, has to be one of the most iconic ever. And I know that they put that a little bit into Resident Evil 4, but nothing beats the remake soundtrack of Resident Evil 1. Like, it hands down a masterpiece. So that is it for the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys like my face and what I do, and you want to ask me more questions, feel free to down in the comments below. But be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss my videos, because I make videos every weekday. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in tomorrow's video. Peace. Because today's... I can't talk today. I can't talk today. Already the bloopers are starting up. Oh, ninja. Calm thyself. Oh, okay. I can't do life. I can't do life right now. What's going on? Why? Why?